नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्तरे अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वामय विनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः।
Thought for the day. Your positive action combined with positive thinking results in success. A very good evening, one and all. Today, we introduce our eminent personality, Dr. Sujalakshmi M., an Ayurvedic practitioner from Kerala, completed her graduation from Mannam Ayurveda College, Kerala University. She has also pursued PG Diploma in Yoga and MSc Yoga from Annamala University and MBA from Sikkim Manipal University. Worked as yoga trainer in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Abu Dhabi. Attended first International Yoga Day program in UAE. As a certified yoga professional from India. She is a practitioner who combines yoga and Ayurveda therapies, especially for management of lifestyle diseases. Conducted more than 100 awareness sessions for public and school children on different topics like public health, lifestyle disease management, etc. She has written articles in health magazines and conducted health talks for TV programs. She is the editor in charge of a quarterly journal on Ayurveda. Presently, she is chief consultant of Ayurveda Ayurveda and a product specialist of Nagarjuna Ayurveda. We cordially invite you, ma'am.
A warm good evening once again. Okay, so today we will be dealing with the live session. So every yoga class we will be starting with a prayer. Okay, so saluting the founders of yoga. Here we will go with chanting, saluting the father of yoga, Patanjali Maharshi. Okay. Yogena chittasya padena vacha malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarottam pravaram munina patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi. So usually in the beginning and the ending we will be having a prayer. Okay, so it ensures that the patient or the one who practices yoga is coming into that, what to say, spiritual mood. Okay, so after that, yesterday already I have told you that we will be starting with the loosening practice. Okay, so if I am standing, I think it will be visible for you, doctor. Visible, no? We are starting from the ankle joint. Okay, and you have to support your hip like this. Otherwise, especially if you are getting middle-aged patients, they will be having a tendency to fall down. Okay, so supporting the hip is very important. Okay, and 3 exercises we will be going to practice related to our foot. Okay, that is ankle rotation. Okay, then forward and backward bending. Then what to say, twisting or small movements or micro circulation enhancing exercises for your toes. Okay, so 3 exercises we will be practicing. So first exercise you can aid this. So first exercise you can aid this one. You can practice either by standing or by sitting and then extending your legs forward. Okay, if you are standing and doing, you have to support your hips. Okay, so like this way you will be starting, and make sure that how many rotations you are taking to the right side or the clockwise, in the clockwise direction. Same number of rotations should be there in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so if you are practicing any asanas in yoga, we used to practice a complementary pose also. Okay, so it makes a balance. Okay, so we are starting some ankle rotation. You can see, and in the starting stage, it will be very difficult for the patient to move their legs like this, especially if the patient is having arthritis. So we have completed 5 rounds of clockwise movement, then 5 rounds of anti-clockwise movement. The same thing you can practice by sitting and stretching the leg forward. Okay. Now opposite direction. Just for balancing purpose, I am doing it on the opposite side. So you can keep in mind how many rotations you are doing in clockwise direction. Same number of rotations in the anti-clockwise direction. So I have told you, if it is if the patient is having arthritis issue, make sure that they do it very gently, and in the starting sessions it will be very difficult for them to practice, but once you enhance the microcirculation, gradually you can see that the movements are getting very easy. Okay, and you can see the flexibility increases. Okay, then next one, I'll sit and do. I told you these 3 exercises you can do either by standing or sitting. Am I visible? This is Dandasana. Yesterday we have discussed about 3 types of postures: sitting, standing, sitting, and lying down postures. So this is the Dandasana, and in this pose you can see the hand is straight. So don't allow them to sit like this, because if you are sitting like this, backbone will not be straight. So if backbone is straight, prana flow is proper. Okay, so that is why you have seen that while in the prayer session, I was sitting in Vajrasana. Vajrasana is the best pose, and it makes sure that your spine is erect. Okay, and it ensures the flow of prana. Okay, and hand is straight, fingers facing forward. Triple F you can tell. If you are telling the patient triple F, it will come to their mind very easily. Fingers facing forward, just near to your hip joint. Okay, and you can see my legs 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. Okay, and the same thing, that angle rotation also you can practice in this direction, and if you are sitting and doing, you can do it together like this. Okay, and next we are going to the second exercise, that is forward and backward bending. And one more thing you have to keep in mind is that if you are doing any rotational movement, breathing can be normal breathing, normal, relaxed, deep breathing. Okay, and if you are doing any stretching type of exercise, when you are bending forward, you can breathe in, and when you are relaxing, you can breathe out. Okay, so that bending forward and backward exercise we are doing 5 times. See, 1, 2. Next, you can tell them, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So if you are telling the command in a rhythmic pattern, the movements also will be in a rhythmic way. So don't tell them to do like this. It should come in a rhythmic pattern. Okay. And when you are doing this type of stretching, you can feel that there will be a pain here. Okay. And if the patient is complaining of too much or what to say, difficult type of pain, okay, if the patient is not able to bear the pain, you can tell them just simple movements like this. Don't tell them to stretch too much forward. Okay. And I told you, gradually that flexibility will increase and they can do it in a very easy way. Okay. So that is all. That is, we have completed 2 loosening practices. The third one is very easy one, but it's very easy for our age people, or if you are getting patients or middle-aged people, it will be very difficult for them to touch the toes like this. So this is the third exercise. Breathe in and folding the toes, breathe out and loosening the toes. Okay, again 5 times. Breathe in, breathe out, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, so we have completed three exercises. One is ankle rotation, then forward and backward bending movements, then the movements or the folding and releasing of toes. Okay, next joint is knee joint, right? So knee joint we have many type of exercises. Okay, so one easy one is that you can tell them to sit in an imaginary chair and get up like this. One, two, this one. If the patient is having back pain, you have to take care. So if they are comfortable in doing this one, you can go this one up to 10 rounds. Okay. So I told you if you are getting a group of people, you have to customize it. According to the patient's condition, you have to customize it. The second one is this exercise. One, two. Okay. This also you can tell them to practice 5 to 10 times. Okay. So again, arthritis patients, they will be having more problem with the knee joint. In that case, you can skip it. Okay. Then we are coming to the next main joint, that is hip joint. So hip joint, we will be telling them to practice hip rotation. And when you are doing hip rotation, make sure that your knee joint is straight. You are not bending the knee joint. Okay. So how many times you are doing clockwise? The same number of times you have to do anti-clockwise. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. And if some patients, they will be doing like this without, they will be keeping the legs in a V shape. Okay. So there should not be any gap in between. Tell them to keep their legs together, and main concentration should be on the hip joint. Okay. Otherwise, they will be simply doing like this. See, all the joints will be moving. Okay. So concentrate on the hip joint. Concentrating on the hip joint is very important. Okay. So 3 rounds we have completed, clockwise and anti-clockwise. And again, the number can be different for different people. If they are very easy, you can make it up to 10. Clear? Then coming shoulder joint. Shoulder joint, many exercises are there. For daily practice, as you know, diabetes patients will have some problem like vascular necrosis and all. Okay. So shoulder joint is a major joint which is having role in diabetes mellitus. Okay. So that purpose, to improve the microcirculation, you can tell them to practice shoulder rotation, then stretching the hands in the shoulder level. Okay. And tell them to bend like this. Okay. So 2 exercises we used to practice. That is, first one, shoulder rotation. And when you are telling them to do rotation, also some patients will be they'll be able to do this much only. So by gradual practice, you can make sure that they do it in a in a full circle. Okay. So we'll start 3 rounds. 1, 2, normal breathing, and 3, opposite. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, clear. Now that bending one. So touching the hands at the shoulder level. So if you are practicing with me also, there can be a tendency to keep the hands like this, either like this or like this. Don't do that. Keep it in a straight way. Same line of your shoulder joint. Okay. And here you can do the breathing, breathe in and out practices. Breathing slowly. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This one also, when you are starting the practice, in the beginning classes, they will not be able to do more than 3 or 4 because they will be having some, difficulty in holding the hand. They will be telling, ma'am, it's feeling very heavy. Okay. So by gradual practice, you can reverse or you can change that problem. Okay. Then next is knee joint. Sorry, leg joint. Sorry, yeah. So next join, we used to practice three types of exercise. I'll sit and do, then it will be more visible for you. Okay, so next join, neck rotation. And when you are doing neck rotation, especially for people, middle-aged people, make sure that they don't have any problem with the cardiac or cardiovascular system. Okay, so when you are sometimes when you are practicing this one, it can affect the circulation, especially to your brain. Okay, second thing, cervical issues. Okay, so if the patient is having cervical issue also, you have to avoid the neck rotation. Clear? So in that case, you can tell them just to focus on a point in front of them and the same line of their eye. Okay, and slowly moving upwards and downwards. And those who are having cervical issues, ear balance problem, and I told you know any serious issues related to cardiovascular or neuro system, let them avoid this exercises related to the neck. Okay. So rotation also you can practice. If the patient is completely fit, you can advise neck rotation and starting from tell them to touch their chin on the chest. Okay, like this. And like this you can start. Do a full rotation. Okay. The same way, opposite direction. Okay. So that is neck rotation. Then I told you moving up and down, again coming to central line, then right and left. Okay, so when you are moving away from the body, you can breathe out. When you are coming towards the central line, breathing in. Am I clear? When you are coming to the medial or the central line, breathe in. And when you are moving away from the central line, breathe out. Okay, so it's very easy to keep in mind. Clear. You can tell the same point to your patients also. They will have a confusion how to breathe in, how to breathe out. Okay. So when you are coming to the central line, breathe in. When you are coming away from the going away from the central line, breathe out. Okay. And this commands or these rules can be different for again for different schools of yoga.